Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole.
What a great tee shot. Perfect, right down the middle.
Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. And not a great result here. This going to be into the second cut. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. That one was running so hot. Smart play from that distance. Just use the putter to make sure you get the line, and this one goes down for a birdie. Got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. Rough day so far. 4 over par on the round. Par 4 ninth is intriguing here at Augusta National. This is where you can see just how hilly the golf course is. It may not show up on television that way, but you can certainly feel it as you make your way up to this ninth green. Yeah, that's the spot you want to put it. Now, watch this thing gather momentum. Down the slope. Well, that is going to be an excellent result. Yeah, that is a wonderful tee shot, right where you want to be here at hole number 9. Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. From the fairway, we check in with Notah.
Well, from this section of the fairway, you have an opportunity to get the ball close to the back third of this green. It's going to require some good calculations on yardage and proper execution to get the ball to sit on the right plateau.
Digs into the bunker, getting set to play the third shot. Okay, that should be inside of 10 feet, not too bad. Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. No, got it out there too far. It was trying to come back, but couldn't get there. Okay, he was just sort of flirting at 4 over par. Now he's headed the wrong way. Double bogey, and all the way to 6 over for the round. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And that will be a first 9 of 39, 3 over par. Second 9 begins with a downhill 495-yard par 4 featuring a 60-yard long center bunker short of the green. The first hole until 1935, number 10 traditionally plays harder than any other hole here at Augusta National. From Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia, this is EA Sports' continuing coverage of the world of golf. Rich Lerner here at the 18th Tower alongside Frank Nobilo, 15 times a winner around the world. Frank, normally we would see you over at that special spot, Amen Quarter, 12T, but you're with me today. Take me back to your playing days. What ran through your mind as you stood over that opening tee shot?
I couldn't feel my hands, really. I was so nervous to get to play there for the first time, and that was just a practice round. And I think anybody that goes there for just a round of golf, you get the same feeling. You're like, am I really allowed to play? And then the course just comes to you. It really does. It flows beautifully. There's a lot more undulations than you even give it credit for. But, hey, you're going to reference Amen Corner, so will I. Amen Corner technically is the second shot into 11, 12, and the tee shot at 13, not the 3 holes.
That's going to be just fine. Left of the big bunker and a good tee shot to begin the round. This one starting a hair right. And that is just what you're envisioning when you're on the range. That's positioned nicely in the right side of the fairway. So we have 190 yards left. Now Nota his second from the fairway.
146 yards left to the hole, pin sitting on the right.
Oh boy, far from a good shot that.
Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. This from 7 feet. Oh, boy, you hate to give one back on a putt like that. To 1 over par early on in this round. One over for the day. Now to the second 575-yard par 5 down the hill here at Augusta National. One of 2 5s on this first 9. This is a place where you can make something happen and jumpstart your round. Now, from Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia, EA Sports so proudly presents this step on the road to the Masters. Rich Lerner joined up in the booth by Frank Nobilo. Frank, there's nothing like it early tee time to get the adrenaline flowing.
And also, too, the golf course is perfect. Less divots. You don't see any sort of marks on the green. Greens are going to putt beautifully. And there's also, the course is a little bit softer. It's got the moisture from overnight. And also, when they've cut the golf course, there's that really green, fresh smell, like it's brand new.
And that will do nicely into Augusta's first fairway, and this round is off and running. And that, not the longest of drives to start out, but it is safely in the fairway. Well, not as close to the pin as you'd like, but when you find greens in regulation on a regular basis, you're going to have a chance. From the fairway Nota, this is second.
152 yards left for him. Pin all the way on the right.
And that flop shot was actually a little bit of a flop. Comes up way short.
This will require the full attention. A huge swing left to right on this putt, just trying to get it in there close. He has a 12-footer here. Okay, not easy, but that is in for a 4 here at the first. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. Moving on to the 575-yard par 5 second at Augusta National. One of 2 par 5s on this first 9. Reachable in 2 for many in the field, but the green is protected by large, deep bunkers. And this is going to be a good result. It's going to catch that slope a bit and keep getting better here at hole number 2. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Well, if you've got a 300-yard shot in the bag, this is where you want to use it. This, likely a layup, though. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Hole is sitting in the eagle location. Back right players are going to look at this and really try and be aggressive. Ball is set up to go left to right, which is exactly what this shot requires.
Not sure he got every bit of that three-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
An awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Yeah, that's going to be just okay. Might have been a little worried about not getting it out, and instead this is going to leave a tough putt coming up. Really nice right there. That was a touchy one, but it's in for a par. A 6-footer now for birdie. And that's what you have to do on a course like this. Take advantage of the par 5s, and that's in for birdie here at the second. Onward now to the classic 350-yard par 4 third hole here at Augusta National. Best probably to hit short of the 4 fairway bunkers and then have a full shot into this green, which slopes right to left. This one working up the right side.
That got a fortunate bounce. It'll be just fine.
And that will do just fine. From the fairway, Nota, her second coming up.
112 to the hole, coming off a birdie on the previous, looking for 2 in a row. Gap wedge in the air, coming in just a bit from the left, but nicely done.
She's going to like that. That was a great strike, and more evidence. That ball's close. Great shot.
Good chance to get one in close from here. This is second. Five feet now for birdie. Oh, yes, very well read. To 100 now for the day. Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. You bet. Easy as can be. That's in for birdie. Next up, the stout par 3 fourth here at Augusta National, measuring 240 yards. Middle to long iron is the play here, but accuracy is key with the 2 bunkers protecting the front of that green. This fourth green is a tough one to hit, and that one going to wind up a bit too long.
Just a little over ambitious on that chip shot. Just sailed past.
Second shot coming up. Notice down there.
Popular place here at the fourth. Many players finding their balls in this front right bunker. Going to require a perfect execution to still have a chance to save par.
Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par.
Just 5 feet left.
Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. Inspired by the road hole at the old course at St. Andrews, the 495-yard par 4 fifth. This an excellent par 4, second longest at Augusta National, uphill slightly and dogleg to the left. Maybe some frustrations taken out there after that last hole. That was a big swing, and it is going to be a big result. No issues here. That is into the fairway. While sitting on an upslope here, you got to be careful that you don't get this one straight up in the air from that lie. from the fairway, we check in with Nota.
As we just saw, so difficult to hold the green here at the fifth with the undulating surfaces, which is going to make this pitch shot a little bit more difficult.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot. That's the cruelest thing about this game, Rich. I mean, it's another shot.
6 feet now for birdie. And that is nicely done right there. A very strong start to his round. 3 under through his first 5 holes. We make our way now to the 180-yard par 3 sixth, second par 3 on the first 9 here at Augusta. Elevated tee looks down on a 2-tiered undulating green that will absolutely test you. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. That one safely on the putting surface. This one's going to need to carry some pace with it. A long one for birdie. Back up the slope. This one's tracking on a very good line. Look out. How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
7-footer.
Three under on the day. On to hole number 7 now, a par 4 at 450 yards. It's one of the narrower holes on the course, so precision is more important than power off the tee. The second shot is no bargain either, with a total of 5 bunkers completely surrounding a fairly small green. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Well positioned in the fairway, but there is no guarantees to hit the green. It is protected by a series of bunkers all around it, and precision is a requirement.
Now Noda, his second from the fairway.
142 yards left to the hole, pin just on the front edge.
Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection, poor execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone.
Coming up short with the second shot was the issue, but a beautiful use of the flop shot and a good chance to escape with a par.
line may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker.
10-foot putt left.
Yeah, good bounce back par there. Still time to get this round turned around, and that won't hurt a bit. And back safely in for his par as he'll stay at 3 under for the round. So where the second hole, the par 5, is considerably downhill, the 8th is up the hill. You can certainly make an eagle here, but it requires 2 good shots and maybe a little luck. If you play it off the right, it'll kick down and leave you within eagle range. Not where you want to be on a par 5. That's into the bunker off the tee, and there's a giant lip on this one as well. They call that position A. That's going to be right down the middle. Now from way back, better than 300 yards, a second to the par 5. So Notah, a second shot now from the bunker.
Menacing bunker up the right side. If you find your ball in here, you have no option but to lay up.
This par 5, one of the easiest holes on the golf course too. But that second shot just caught the edge of the bunker. And now, a little bit of trouble.
Well, I know I'm paid to talk, but there's not really much to say about that. Best to just move on to the next shot. On the green, short, but plenty of real estate between the ball and the hole.
Are you really going to take that seriously? That ball wasn't even going to land on the green, but it's finished up fine.
This one, not for the faint of heart. Down a big slope, though it is for birdie. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. A little short. That'll happen coming through the thicker stuff until you reach the green. But pretty good, all things considered. Yep, good work there to make sure things don't get worse. But as it is, it's a double bogey. Okay, that one cleaned up without any issue, and that is a par. We wrap up the first 9 with the tough 460-yard par 4, known for a treacherous 3-tiered green that slopes sharply from back to front. Approach shots here that don't have enough carry could also wind up rolling a good 30, 40 yards or so back down the hill. That's right in the pocket. Now, watch this gravity take over here. That's going to come on down the slope. Wow, really well done. from the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Well, the good news is his ball has found the fairway, but the two bunkers guarding the left side of the ninth are in play. Going to have to hit something high and soft to find the right level of this green.
That's a good shot, and more importantly too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Safely out of the bunker, but still a little bit of work left. I think you'd like to see that a little closer.
18 feet from the bottom of the cup.
That's well done right there. A good save for par at the ninth. And this will be a 2 over 38 on this front side. That one led perfectly. It is a birdie here at the ninth, and this will be a 2-under score of 34 on this first 9, so good work to this point. Start of the second 9 here at Augusta National is also the start of a difficult stretch. These two par 4s, 10 and 11, all you want, and then you get up to that challenging little par 3, 12. this drive landed perfectly. It'll catch that slope, and it's going to wind up in a great position here on this 10th fairway. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
"12 feet still to go."
Yes, a good look at that one all the way in. It's a birdie that pushed that score to 3 under for the round. Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that in for a par. We move along to hole number 11 here at Augusta National, now at 520 yards, a par 4. This tee box shifted a bit to the left in 2022, which lengthened the hole a good 15 yards, so that now navigating a tee shot down the right side brings more risk into play. that will come down into the second cut. Amen Corner officially begins now, his second at hole number 11. Third shot about 100 yards out. One thing's for sure, he's going to have to hit this one with some pace, traveling uphill much of the way. You can't leave it that short, can you? This is a 28-footer. Oh man, the speed was spot on. A good putt, but nothing to show for it. And he gets that to drop. Back-to-back pars here on 10 and 11 to begin his backside. Three over for the day. Welcome to the 155-yard par 3 12th. Maybe the most famous par 3 in the world. Hogan's Bridge, Rays Creek. You're familiar with all the names. A bunker in front of the green and 2 behind. Club selection and trying best as you can to gauge the wind, absolutely critical. And this is going to roll off the back of the green, but it's going to end up in a good spot. And that will miss this 12th green left, but that should be manageable from there. Okay, I think ultimately going with the putter there, probably a good decision.
Cleans that up in the hole.
Hole number 13. This is regarded by most as the greatest par 5 in the world. Why? The risk-reward that's involved and all the history that's been written here at this wonderful hole. This is turning a little to his left. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. That one's going to hit hard. Get a little bit of run out, and that is going to wind up just fine. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Great place to go after this green from the left side of the fairway. Player able to control their ball flight and hopefully control the spin to get it close.
Oh no.
And that second shot on this par 5, it just came out too low. Came out like a bullet. That first bounce, it wasn't going to stop. Second bounce wasn't going to stop. And just ran over the back. Good chance to save par after that beautiful flop shot. Looked in trouble there at one stage.
A birdie opportunity here at 13.
And this really is all about visualization. You've got to see the line in your head, pick out a spot, maybe a foot and a half in front of you, and aim for that.
What a stroke there, and a most unexpected birdie. Okay, that's finished off for a par. This 14th hole at 440 yards is a good one. The real challenge here is the green. Two-time Masters champion Ben Crenshaw considered this to be one of the most difficult in golf. And she's starting this one a little to the left. And that a good shot up the hill and into the fairway at 14. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. From the fairway, we check in with Nota.
Hole definitely sitting in the go zone. If you can hit your number, ball could get really close.
Not your standard approach here. This is second from behind the green.
Rich, there's one thing about good iron play. When you hit it and it comes off the club face, you know it's going to be close. More evidence there.
This one measures out to 24 feet.
Oh, you're kidding. This game's unfair sometimes. That looked in the whole way. So now eyeing this one for birdie. If only they could all be that short. Very well played there. And it results in an easy birdie. Okay, no problem with that one. We come now to the instantly recognizable hole number 15. It's called Firethorn. Traditionally, it has been the second easiest hole on the course, behind only number 13. But it was lengthened in 2022 with an extra 20 yards added on, making that potential carry over the pond with a second shot that much tougher. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. From the fairway, let's go to Nota.
Looking at the greatest second shot in golf, but don't let the beauty fool you. There is trouble everywhere.
Oh, and that's the danger of overshooting this green. That grass is very tightly mowed beyond, and this is all the way into the water at the 16th. Okay, so the penalty stroke added. She'll take her drop and get set to play her third shot.
Inexcusable. Way too good, I must say. That was just smashed. Yeah, sizable putt left.
Not an easy one, 20 feet away.
All right, kept his concentration. You have to do that even when you're putting for bogey. A little bit of a disappointment. Not the end of the world, going from 4 under to 3 under. We arrive now at the 170-yard par 3 16th, played entirely over water to a green flanked by 3 bunkers. Like every hole at Augusta, precision off the tee here is key. You can make a birdie. Well, fortunately, that's dry, but it is short of the green. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Oh boy, just about flew that one in the hole. Luckily got it to stop. Not a bad shot.
This from about 10 feet.
This par 4 17th at 440 yards, one of the most famous in the sport. This is where in 1986, Jack Nicklaus, at the age of 46, made the birdie putt. Vern Lundquist on the call. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short. Now, from just under 170 out, this is second.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still, inside 40 feet, just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
Good chunk of real estate here, 22 feet away.
Yeah, tough to know just how far out to the right to play that one. I mean, that was not far enough. A look here for birdie at 17.
And a bit of concern here coming straight down the hill, but one thing in his favor, there isn't a whole lot of break.
What a read. It was spot on, coming sharply to the right. And that's a very good par save right there. Okay, that one finished off, but it is a double bogey. Well, the difficulty here at the finishing hole, this famous 465-yard par 4 18th, is that you are coming out of a narrow chute off the tee, and it is steeply up the hill. Good drive, though, puts you in position to maybe make a birdie. That a beautiful tee shot through the chute here at 18, and that is going to be ideal. Well, this is left all the way. And this going to come down and lodge itself in the second cut. So now, up the hill, his second at 18.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, you really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good. Ooh, now he whizzes past the hole. A difficult putt coming now.
So this for a finishing birdie at 18.
Ball definitely sitting on the high side of the hole. It's downhill, but one thing in his favor, there isn't too much break to speak of.
This is a 13-footer. Ooh, good speed there. That'll lead just a couple of feet. Okay, so it's a disappointing bogey 5 here at 18. And that's going to wrap up our 18 holes of golf. Okay, so a bogey here at the last. And that will finish off our round of golf. Frank, they gave us a great show today.
No, they certainly did. Course played well. You got what you deserved out there.
Some outstanding performances. And for our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner, saying so long for now. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to showcase the finest young golfers from around the globe. From TPC Boston in Norton, Mass, live first-round coverage of the Boston Open. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. Some good names up there, including our leader. So out to the action we go as we join the play on the tee at the par 5 7th hole. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Well, with that, let's bring in Notah Begay the third. Notah, now's where it gets tougher. You've missed out on one of the 25 automatic spots. You need to qualify through these Korn Ferry Tour playoffs. 3-week sprint to the finish. How do you approach this first tournament?
Well, Rich, let's be honest. If you're teeing it up in the Korn Ferry playoffs, the regular season hasn't gone as well as you had hoped, but every single one of these players has a chance to reverse those fortunes in this 3-week run to the finish.
Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really, trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's two good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And he'll stay at 1 over. On to the 8th hole, Frank. Nice par 3.
Yeah, this is where the accurate iron player will definitely get an advantage over the field.
Now to the par 3 8th. And Frank, what's the best way to go here?
Hit your best, and then you're looking at making 2.
Boy, that one was coming in hot, and it winds up carrying over the back of the green. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll remain right where he is. Frank, I love a hot dog and a soda at the turn. How hard is it to take a giant bite out of this 9th hole? Looks tough.
It is. Everything sort of bends where those 2 bunkers are, and that was sort of 350 yards to get past that. And there's an annoying little bunker that's about 30 yards short of this green. So you have to be precise with both the first and the second shot.
This one starting up that left side. And that will do just fine. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second.
Oh, that ball limps its way onto the green, but yeah, you never know. One putt away.
We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
And this is a putt that's probably a little slower than most people realise. Slightly up an incline with a little bit of movement to the left.
Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. Starting the backside with the 425-yard par 4 10th. Shortish hole, fairway wood might be the play, and a two-tiered bunker on the right side of the green is staring you down. That's going to be up the left-hand side. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. So a poor tee shot at 10. Now his second. This one's looking good.
Oh, I always knew that was going to be a good shot when it left the club face. What's that, 8 or 9 feet? Excellent shot.
9 feet remaining here for birdie. a birdie here at 10. Moving now to the toughest par 3 at TPC Boston. The 11th is 231 yards, featuring a huge bunker down the right side of the putting surface. Shots to the left do have a tendency to funnel down toward the green. Boy, this is just way too much club for a front hole location. That was completely overcooked.
Just hit it way too hard, and you don't get enough spin on the ball, it is going to fly out of that line.
It is always so hard to judge the flight coming out of that kind of line. Good stuff, though it is for a bogey 4. And that's going to move him back down to even par. One last look at the leaderboard, Frank. Our featured golfer down, but not out after day 1.
Yeah, they might have to take the standing 8, though, or hit the reset button. This can easily go the wrong way very quickly. Tomorrow, important round.
So that should just about do it. For all of us at EA Sports, thanks for spending some time with us on the road to the Masters.